What do you think is the most critical role of a manager?
The most critical role of a manager is to foster strong relationships within the team. A manager should act as a bridge between senior management and team members, ensuring that everyone is aligned with the organization's goals. This involves setting clear expectations, providing regular feedback, and creating an environment where team members feel valued and motivated. For example, in my previous role, I implemented weekly check ins to discuss progress and address any concerns, which significantly improved team morale and productivity.
How would you describe your management style?
I would describe my management style as collaborative and supportive. I believe in empowering my team members by involving them in decision making processes and encouraging open communication. For instance, during a recent project, I facilitated brainstorming sessions where everyone could contribute ideas. This not only led to innovative solutions, but also made team members feel more invested in the project's success.
Describe a time when you resolved a dispute between two team members.
In my previous position, two team members had a disagreement over the approach to a project. I organized a meeting where both could express their viewpoints. I encouraged them to focus on the project's goals rather than personal differences. We then collaboratively developed a hybrid approach that incorporated elements from both perspectives. This not only resolved the conflict, but also enhanced team cohesion and led to a successful project outcome.
How do you nurture a team's motivation?
To nurture motivation, I focus on recognizing individual contributions and aligning tasks with team members' strengths. I regularly check in with my team to understand their career aspirations and provide opportunities for professional development. For example, I introduced a recognition program where team members could nominate each other for outstanding contributions. This initiative not only boosted morale, but also fostered a culture of appreciation within the team.
Tell me about a decision that was difficult to make. Did you consult with anyone?
One of the most difficult decisions I had to make was to restructure my team due to budget cuts. I consulted with my supervisor and gathered input from team members to understand their perspectives. After careful consideration, I decided to redistribute responsibilities rather than lay off staff. This decision was challenging, but it ultimately preserved team morale and allowed us to maintain productivity during a tough period.
How do you measure the success of a project beyond completing it on time?
I measure project success by evaluating outcomes against predefined objectives. This includes assessing the quality of the deliverables, stakeholder satisfaction, and the impact on team dynamics. For instance, after completing a marketing campaign, I analyzed not only the sales figures but also gathered feedback from the team and clients to identify areas for improvement. This holistic approach ensures that we learn and grow from each project.
What are the qualities of a good manager?
A good manager embodies several key qualities, including effective communication, empathy, and decisiveness. They should be able to articulate goals clearly and listen actively to team members' concerns. Empathy allows a manager to understand and support their team, fostering a positive work environment. Additionally, decisiveness is crucial. A good manager must make informed decisions promptly to keep the team on track. For example, I prioritize regular feedback sessions to ensure open lines of communication and to address any issues before they escalate.
How do you handle underperforming team members?
When dealing with underperforming team members, I first seek to understand the root cause of their performance issues. I schedule a one on one meeting to discuss their challenges and listen to their perspective. Together, we set clear, achievable goals and develop a plan for improvement, which may include additional training or resources. For instance, I once worked with a team member who struggled with time management. By providing them with tools and techniques to prioritize tasks, their performance improved significantly over the following months.
Can you describe your experience with coaching and mentoring team members?
I have extensive experience in coaching and mentoring team members, which I view as a vital part of my role as a manager. I believe in a personalized approach, where I assess each individual's strengths and areas for growth. For example, I once mentored a junior team member who aspired to take on more responsibilities. I provided them with opportunities to lead small projects, offered constructive feedback, and encouraged them to pursue relevant training. This not only boosted their confidence, but also prepared them for a promotion within the team.
How do you ensure effective communication within your team?
To ensure effective communication within my team, I implement a combination of regular meetings, open door policies, and collaborative tools. I hold weekly team meetings to discuss ongoing projects and encourage team members to share updates and challenges. Additionally, I maintain an open door policy, inviting team members to approach me with any concerns or ideas. I also utilize collaborative tools like project management software to keep everyone informed and engaged. This approach has led to improved transparency and a stronger sense of teamwork.
Describe a time when you had to adapt your management style.
In a previous role, I managed a diverse team with varying levels of experience and motivation. I initially adopted a more directive management style, but I quickly realized that this approach did not resonate with all team members. To adapt, I shifted to a more transformational style, focusing on empowering team members and encouraging their input. For instance, I started involving them in decision making processes and soliciting their feedback on project strategies. This change not only improved team morale, but also enhanced overall performance.
How do you handle feedback from your team?
I view feedback from my team as an essential component of my growth as a manager. I actively solicit feedback through regular check ins and anonymous surveys, creating a safe space for team members to express their thoughts. When I receive feedback, I take it seriously and reflect on how I can improve. For instance, after receiving input about my meeting structure being too lengthy, I adjusted by implementing shorter, more focused meetings, which increased engagement and productivity.
What strategies do you use to develop your team's skills?
To develop my team's skills, I employ a mix of training programs, mentorship, and on the job learning opportunities. I assess individual skill gaps and align them with the team's goals. For example, I once organized a series of workshops led by external experts to enhance our technical skills. Additionally, I encourage team members to take on challenging projects that push them out of their comfort zones. This approach not only builds their competencies, but also fosters a culture of continuous learning.
How do you approach setting goals for your team?
I approach goal setting by using the SEMART criteria, ensuring that goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. I involve the team in the goal setting process to foster ownership and commitment. For example, during a quarterly planning session, I facilitated a workshop where team members could propose their goals aligned with the company's objectives. This collaborative approach not only clarified expectations, but also motivated the team to work towards common objectives.
What strategies do you use to handle stress and pressure in the workplace?
I handle stress and pressure by maintaining a proactive approach and encouraging my team to do the same. I prioritize tasks and delegate effectively to ensure that workloads are manageable. Additionally, I promote a culture of work life balance by encouraging breaks and time off when needed. For example, during a particularly busy project, I organized a team retreat to recharge and refocus, which helped alleviate stress and boosted our productivity upon returning.
How do you balance the needs of your team with the demands of upper management?
Balancing the needs of my team with upper management demands requires effective communication and negotiation skills. I ensure that I understand the expectations from upper management while also advocating for my team's needs. For example, when faced with tight deadlines, I communicate the potential impact on team morale and productivity to upper management, seeking a compromise that allows for quality work without overwhelming the team.